22-minute breathtaking scenic flight from the south face of Mount Robson, just off Highway 16 in Mount Robson Provincial Park, BC, to Robson Pass Campground on the northern face of Mount Robson will save us a 2-day hike for the 23 kilometers up some difficult switchbacks. Since there are 13 people in our group and each flight takes 5 people, it took 3 trips for our group alone, plus there were other people that made up the 4th trip. Glenn was in the last group to be brought up, and of course had the best seat in the house to capture great views on the way in. Now you are probably thinking, what are these guys doing? Isn't that cheating by taking a helicopter ride in? Well, 5 of us, Dave, Larry, Kelly, Glenn and I, had hiked this trail about 8 or 9 years ago, so we figured that since we had done it once before, it would be okay to save ourselves that extra day of hiking. Now, for the others that joined us on this flight in, feel free to give them a hard time about taking the easy way in. On our left, we get a good view of Hargraves Glacier. And here is the first view of Berg Lake and Berg Glacier. Impressive, huh? Visitors often see huge sections of ice break off or calve into the blue-green waters of Berg Lake. The far lake there is Adolphus Lake, which is actually on the border in Alberta in Jasper National Park. We are camping about halfway in between Berg and Adolphus Lake in the trees there for the next 2 nights at Robson Campground. It's a great jumping off point for day hikes in the area. Why is Trent grabbing that guy's ass? But anyway, the helicopter leaves us for the final time to start our 3-night adventure in Mount Robson Provincial Park.
Chair, beer. I love hiking. A ramblin'.
That's what he said this morning.
Oh, really?
You snore loud, Dave.
I'm like, really?
Fuck, Gary. Just going to Kettle Blog. I listened to you snore last night, too.
No, we didn't bring bottles.
No, we
No,
come on, what do I look?
Wasn't the first one? You had a 5-pound first aid kit in a metal container.
It wasn't metal, it was plastic.
Safety first. Filter your water. Don't want to get beaver fever or anything like that. Beaver fever. That would be bad.
Bear poles to hang your food keeps the bears away, but not the squirrels. So we are lucky enough to have food lockers here as well. Okay, we're on Mount Rearguard here. It's an elevation gain of about 1,800 meters. It's pretty steep right now, but it's gonna get better up ahead. Oh man, you're in my shot! Oh, jeez.
Can I get you some wine?
Just taking a leisurely hike to Robson Glacier, which is actually the start of a 22-kilometer return hike to Snowbird Pass. But the pass is still closed this early in the year because of caribou calving. The pass will open in another week or so, but with the 2 or 3 feet of snow still covering the trail, we are happy to hang around the bottom of the glacier.
Finally made it. Robson Glacier, right here. What's left of it. Used to fill this whole bloody valley 100 years ago.
So we've just hiked in about 3 kilometers from our camp, short little afternoon hike. And this is the base of Mount Robson Glacier. And as you can see, it's melting like phenomenally fast. They say it's melting at about 15 meters per year.